Imagine, you're sitting in a dark theater watching a thriller. The camera slowly pans across this quiet, rainy street, and the protagonist is just walking along, minding their own business.
Right, and the background music is this steady, low hum. It's setting the scene and really pulling you in.
Exactly. And then suddenly, bam, a car screeches around the corner, the action spikes, and the plot jumps forward. And, well, as it turns out, that exact cinematic dynamic is basically the secret to mastering the English past tense.
It really is. So today we are doing a deep dive into Unit 1 of the Grade 10 textbook, Get Involved, specifically focusing on the Amazing People section.
Yeah, we've mined the grammar rubrics and answer keys to build you a cheat sheet to completely master your upcoming exam.
Right, so we're looking at the mechanics of the simple past, past progressive, used to, when and while, and those tricky subject and object questions.
Because the goal here is to understand the actual why behind the rules, right? So passing the test just becomes an effortless byproduct.
Exactly. So let's unpack that movie scene analogy. Think of the past progressive tense as the background music, or the setting of the scene.
Okay, got it.
It's an action that was actively in progress, like we were watching TV.
Right. And then the simple past is that sudden car screeching around the corner. It's a completed, finished action, like I lived in London or the car crashed. It drives the timeline forward.
Spot on. Then, to add a bit of nostalgia to the script, we have the phrase used to, which covers past habits or states that simply aren't true anymore.
Right. Like, I used to think grammar was boring. Wait. Looking at the test rubrics here, why do graders penalize students so heavily on the negative form of used to?
Oh, it's a huge trap.
Yeah, because it looks like a typo when you write didn't used to without the D on use.
It totally feels wrong to write. But think about the machinery of the sentence. The auxiliary verb, the helper verb did, already carries the past tense.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's doing the heavy lifting. You don't need to stack past tenses, so you just drop the D on use.
That makes sense.
Another major trap on the test involves stative verbs. Those are verbs describing a state of being, like know, like, or believe. Graders will absolutely dock you for using those in the progressive tense.
Right. That makes sense if you think about the physics of the words. Like, progressive tenses are for actions that have a distinct start and stop, like running or eating.
Exactly.
A state of being, like knowing something, doesn't actively happen in motion. You either know it or you don't.
Right. Saying I was knowing the answer completely breaks the logic of the word.
So how do we actually connect that continuous background action with the sudden interruption in a single sentence?
Well, we use when and while. The textbook formula dictates that while pairs with the past, progressive, which is the action in progress, and when pairs with the simple past, the interrupting event.
Like while he was biking away, he saw the bird. Or he was biking away when he saw the bird.
Exactly.
But does the order of these clauses actually matter? Or is it strictly tied to the words when and while?
The clauses are entirely interchangeable. You can start the sentence with either one, but to beat the exam, you have to pay attention to the punctuation.
Oh, the comma rule.
Yes. If the time clause, so starting with when or while starts the sentence, you absolutely must separate the two halves with a comma.
Ah, so while he was biking away, comma, he saw the bird. But if you flip it to, he saw the bird while he was biking away, there is no comma.
Perfect. Now, if the simple past is the sudden interruption in our movie scene, what if you're the detective trying to figure out what just interrupted things?
Oh, I love this analogy.
Yeah, it changes how we build the sentence. English grammar treats finding the doer of an action very differently than finding the receiver.
Like a detective investigating a crime scene. So let's look at object questions first. These investigate the details of the crime, asking about the receiver of the action.
Right.
The textbook uses the QISM formula. Walk me through that, because trying to memorize acronyms usually trips me up.
Totally understandable. So QISM stands for question word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb. Let's build one. Who did Romeo love?
Okay, so who is the question word?
Right. Did is the auxiliary or helper verb. Romeo is the subject, and love is the main verb. We are asking about the object of his affection, Juliet.
Okay, but subject questions point directly at the culprit, like who ate the cookies? Boom, direct accusation.
Exactly.
But looking at the formula, we just lost the helper verb.
Yeah, because the question word who is already doing the heavy lifting as the subject. We don't need a helper verb like Effendi did to make the question work. You just ask, who loves Romeo?
Oh, wow. So subject questions point the finger, and object questions gather the facts.
You got it.
So as you head into your test, keep that movie scene dynamic in mind. Past progressive is your background. Simple past is your sudden action. Master your when and while pairings with that crucial comma rule.
And remember, subject questions skip the helper verb to point right at the culprit.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll leave you with this to mull over, though. Native English speakers frequently break these strict textbook rules in casual conversation.
Oh, all the time.
So as you study for this exam, ask yourself, how much does the quote-unquote correct grammar on a test actually mirror the living, evolving language you hear in your favorite movies and songs?
It really makes you wonder if the script of real life is a lot messier than the textbook. Enjoy the deep dive and good luck mastering that exam.